I'll pull up the stream on my end.
I've got music playing and stuff. If you're using that,
Let me grab you here.
I've got music and stuff. We're live, I guess, because I heard my.
Sorry.
I see myself. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're late.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I have the tab pulled up here.
Yeah.
Hal Cozy, I'm gonna hold on. Let me move you a little.
That's fine.
Hold on.
Here, I can change this to a transparent picture. That's fine.
Oh, that would be great, actually.
Yeah, I just use the Discord picture because that's what I use on my streams.
Let me try to. Ooh.
Well, hello everyone. We're back at it. Being.
Oh my God!
Very
I keep moving the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Consistent and prepared hosts.
So okay, so what happened here is that I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I started a game, admittedly, kind of close to when we were going to go live. I probably should have called it quits. I should have been like, okay, we got to get ready. Right? And I get into a game, and I'm like, okay, the game's moving pretty quickly. We should be good. I should probably, well, we might be like a minute or two late, right? We're 10 minutes late. So as we're playing, and I was streaming this to the folks here, to Hal Cozy and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So I if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, one of my monsters was stolen with Snatch Steal, which means during my standby phase, I need to add 1,000 life. I gain 1,000 life points, right? Okay, so I go. My turn starts. Standby phase, main phase, and then I go, oops, I go back to standby phase. I go to hit this this red minus sign, click it to change it to a plus, but if it's your turn, there's a giant end turn button right here. And I accidentally clicked next to it and I hit end turn, and my opponent started going for their turn, and I immediately put in the chat, oops, misclick. I put it twice. And they just ignored it and kept playing cards. So I said, hey, I misclicked, rewind. He goes, but I already played my card. Because he summoned a monster. And I go, I already played my card. You played a card 8 seconds. It's logged. They have timestamps. 8 seconds after I said, oops, misclicked the second time, he played a card. And so, I called a judge. And the judge appeared immediately. And the judge said, looking at the logs, it looks like this was a genuine misclick. And he asked the guy, why did you keep playing? And the guy said, whatever. And I said, well, we agreed to go back to my turn. He put his monster back in his hand. We go back to my turn. And I basically just play my turn. I gain my 1,000 and I play my cards. And I had a very good hand, so I kind of started sacking him, right? I start sacking him. I'm summoning my monsters. I have way more card advantage at this point. So it goes to, for his, he activates, I go to attack him for game. He activates a set card he had, which is Scapegoat, which, if you don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, lets him summon 4 goat tokens. It's like a defensive card. So since I have 2 monsters, the goats would eat 2 of those attacks, and then he'd have 2 tokens to defend himself after that. But I already had a trap card, Royal Oppression, activated. And this trap card says that either player can pay 800 life points to negate the special summon of a monster and or an effect that special summons a monster and destroy those cards. I already had it on the field. He activated Scapegoat. I activated my Royal Oppression. I paid my 800. And he summoned 4 goat tokens, and I said, negate. I put in the chat, negate. And then I flashed I did this to show I was negating it with Royal Oppression.
Mm-hmm.
He takes away his goat tokens. which means my attack with both monsters goes through. And he puts, "Congrats, cheater," in the chat. Really? Last I checked, I was following the rules.
So clearly, very good reason to be late to the stream.
I'm sorry.
And,
I could taste the salt from that guy
Yeah.
in here.
Man, that's funny though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that we're here, hello.
Yes, hello.
we've got Hal in the stream with us. Hal Cozy, is that?
Yeah. Hal Cozy, hello.
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 Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. You're the first person on with a good mic.
Well, that's good.
So-
Good to know.
To be fair,
Not a requirement. But
never has been. Dylan G had a decent mic. It's funny because I think the last two people we had on, well, Hayden has a good mic too. I guess I'm just being a jerk to the Zatchbell guy who doesn't even make videos. So he obviously Zatchbell Updates isn't like making videos, so it makes sense that like, but he did pull out the mic at the last minute, which was pretty clutch.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet that we're finally live. My throat hurts a little. I don't know. Maybe I was being a little too loud.
Maybe you were yelling a bit much.
Yeah.
I love the Squid Girl drawing, by the way. I've been watching you make this.
Now I need to make her speak English. That's the whole point of this one is to talk about dubs, right? So
Yeah.
she's gonna say what should she say in English? What's her favorite thing to say in English?
She's gonna say, "I'm gonna ink and kill you."
Wait a cracking minute.
Ooh, that's a good one. You should make the dub of Squid Girl.
It's from the dub of Squid Girl.
Oh, all right. Well, that's called plagiarism, and that's not okay. I have a Google Doc that.
Oh man, I'm getting canceled.
I love reading Google Docs for people in communities I have no affiliation with. Ben was here. I was reading one when we were just hanging out with our friends, and it was like someone in like the Five Nights at Freddy's community was getting canceled, and he had a doc like trying to defend himself, and it was like really poorly written. Like it sounded like English wasn't his first language, but like, and we're trying to decipher exactly what he's trying to say he didn't do based on how he's vaguely describing it. That was the one where the guy was like, he admitted to that he had a issue where he would constantly lie and say he was going to kill himself. Do you remember that? Where he's like, yes, I do have yes, I do lie a lot, and I did tell some people I was going to kill myself because I have a problem and I'm trying to fix it. It's like, what the hell?
Oh my
Seems
god.
like a lot that's going on.
What is happening at Five Nights at Freddy's?
Oh my god. I love we made it a video game. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I'll just say like English. That's not how you write G. There we go. Perfect drawing. You may not be able to see the English because John's head's covering it.
Hold on, let me
We're
check.
very big.
Yeah.
We don't need to be that big.
Okay.
Man, it feels like we haven't even started the stream yet. We're just
Listen, Ben.
meandering around different things as we.
We started with talking about a Yu-Gi-Oh game with someone who was super salty.
He deserves to be called out, right?
Yeah. No, I watched it. I watched the whole thing. So as it was happening.
Trying to
Well, I guess while John's finishing setting up, Hal, what's your YouTube channel? Plug everything. Tell everyone what you do and why you do it.
Yes. So I run a series called English Version Files. This is where I go over the English versions of anime, video games, live action shows, mostly anime. But we're doing a live action show next, Takashi's Castle. Or a lot of you probably know it better as MXC.
Yeah.
I've been doing this since 2020 during the pandemic, and it's evolved a lot over the years. I just did a video about Blood Blockade Battlefront, my favorite dub of all time, and the first 28 days of ad rev are going to the ADR director, Mike McFarland, better known as the voice of Master Roshi in Dragon Ball. That's kind of the main thing. It's youtube.com/@Hal Cozy. Socials are a bit different because there was someone named Hal Cozy from the Middle East that had that username. So for a lot of times I use Hal Cozy09 or Hal Cozy YT. So like Instagram, it's Hal Cozy09. Twitter, it's Hal Cozy09. TikTok, it's Hal Cozy09.
What sort of TikTok content do you have?
I literally posted my first TikTok the other day. It was the same as the YouTube short I just posted. I went to Otakon 2025, and I went to Nobutoshi Kanna's panel, and someone requested him as Guts to shout Griffith into the mic, and he did. I got it on video.
Nice.
So that was the TikTok I posted and the YouTube short I just posted.
That's good.
So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I used to go to conventions all the time. That was like my big thing, but conventions are too expensive now, and they're not as fun as they used to be. I was a panelist for a long time. If you've seen a panel about One Piece at an Ohio convention the last decade plus, it was probably mine.
Hey.
What else? Oh yeah, Parappa. That was my big video last year. Oh, cool video. Well, thank you, Weird Proc. Thank you for watching the Parappa video. That was a fun one. And I didn't expect it to do well. I was like, who the hell? Nobody requested this, and it got the most lukewarm response from when I announced it. But oh my god, it took off.
Nice.
It was insane. It's still my most viewed video, and it keeps getting views like crazy, and I'm super appreciative.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've only watched one of your videos, unfortunately, but I think John recommended it to me because it's the only series that I have a passing familiarity with. I'm not as big of an anime fan as to watch enough stuff to be familiar with.
I think you underestimate your power level.
I don't know. Like I looked through Hal's channel and it was like, yeah, the only thing that I do have a passing familiarity with is Full Metal Alchemist. So
that video is really old.
Well, that was I'm pretty sure that was the first video of yours I'd ever seen. And I'm pretty sure it's like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool," and I tweeted it out. I'm pretty sure that was the first video I had seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you mentioned that when we went to dinner. That was the first one that you had seen. I'm like, okay, cool, because that was a lot of work, and I got sick during that. I went to Colossal Con Prime and got COVID, and had to delay the Brotherhood video.
Yeah, I mean, isn't getting sick at cons like a hugely common thing? I guess you're getting sick all the time.
Yeah, no, con sickness has been a thing before COVID, but yeah, con COVID was really
that's
something.
A double whammy, yeah.
Yeah. Channel the Chibi Maruko-chan video. Jeez, that was a long time ago. That was my second video. My second video of English version files, but still.
We were actually just talking about how we love how Otto was on Chibi Maruko-chan, and if someone didn't like Otto's appearance, they're probably really dumb, right? Right?
Okay. Once again, I need to defend my opinion by saying that Otto seems extremely counterculture and alternative, and
Chibi Maruko-chan isn't?
I think Chibi Maruko-chan is the definition of prep. So maybe understand like what kind of cultural situation you're in before you start making those assumptions. All right.
Ben wasn't impressed with Otto's appearance on Chibi Maruko-chan.
Well, Okay. I think Otto did Otto. I don't remember if this is exactly right. I might be mixing it up with another artist. But is Otto going to be making music with Snoop Dogg? Because that is the kind of team up that I am eager to see. I just don't think. I think her vibe matches Snoop Dogg a lot better than Cheaper Mariko-chan.
By Lehman, watch the Hakushon Daimao video before the stream started. That was my first video. Well, I'm glad you liked it, considering it is now 6 years old, and
Wow.
I have a way better mic now. But I do appreciate it. Oh, good old Hakushon Daimao, good old Bob.
Bob in a bottle. Did we ever find Bob in a bottle?
Part of it was found because of an Australian TV show called Cartoon Connection, so there are some episodes found that aren't in like the crunchiest quality imaginable, or on Power Rangers or what have you.
Oh right, it was a Saban dub, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's something like like Gotcha Man becoming Eagle Riders.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. You mentioned that we went to dinner. We actually did. It's kind of funny that I think, like, unrelated to knowing you live so close to me, I found one of your videos. This is like the story of how we met, I think. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I found one of your videos and I liked it and I just tweeted it. And then you followed me on Twitter and I followed you back. And I won't name names, but I was talking about someone in the local scene who's kind of like infamous, and you DM'd me to be like, oh, I know that person, I went to school with them, and I was like,
I know what you're talking about, and I know exactly what I told you. I said, oh my god, this tweet just triggered my fight or flight.
So, yeah. So go on.
Yeah. This person I met in high school, and then we ended up going to college together for a very, very short time before they got banned from the convention center for destroying property, was the long story short of that. But yeah, I have bad experiences with this person. I've heard they've really mellowed out, and I'm sure they're chill now, but yeah, no, very infamous figure in a local scene here.
Yeah, I bought an Ampon Man from them. I still have that. It's like an Ampon Man.
Insane.
It's like an Ampon Man container. I don't know how to describe it. It's like if Ampon.
Is that where you got it from? Huh.
Yes, I bought it from the arcade that he worked at.
Oh, insane.
And so, it's like, I don't know how to describe it other than it's like if Ampon Man was a cylinder. And I remember when I bought it, Chad was like, if we had drugs, that would be a funny thing to hide drugs in.
No one would guess.
Yeah, it's it's in the Ampon Man cylinder.
Well, from the outside, it just looks like a plush.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't know that if you pop off his head, there's a cylinder inside.
That's funny.
And then I found out that you know Grant.
Yes, I do know Grant.
Oh man, I should have just I was telling you about my woes of trying to get someone into One Piece, and I was like, yeah, and a mutual friend of this friend, and I was talking about Grant back then. Oh my god.
Oh, I haven't talked to Grant in a really, really, really long time. Like, I think the last time I talked to him when he was still living there.
Grant did get into One Piece, so that's good news there at least.
Oh, okay, good.
So
yeah, no, I haven't seen Grant since. Oh God, it's been over a decade. But yeah.
But yeah, and then
I make videos with Grant on Good Time Zone. So if you want to check out what he's up to, go to goodtimes.zone or YouTube Good Time Zone.
And you were showing me those con pics where it was like Grant and his friend group. Kieran is in those pictures, and it's so funny because I took a picture of you holding the phone with the picture, and I posted it in a group chat with them in it, and I was like, met up with I think I said met up with my favorite YouTuber, and they have pictures of you on their phone.
That's such an insane thing to say.
Yeah, Kieran. And here's the thing: Kieran is like really scared of like internet stalkers.
And I promise you, I have no idea who you are.
No, yeah, it was so funny.
That makes it even funnier. I didn't know that.
And it also has our friend Drew, who like hasn't been on the internet in like 10 years. He's in one of those pictures. But no, that was funny that you're. I found one of your videos, and then you've been connected with my real life friend group. That was a weird coincidence, but
yeah, it's insane. We haven't met before.
It is. It kind of is.
Con.
Well, we've only been to a few cons. Ben never came with us, so.
Nope.
So I know Ben is the famous one in our group. Like if you when you're in a crowd, you see Ben, but
yeah, clearly, obviously.
But
hey, I am Evil Homer. How's it going? Destruction of property. We're talking about someone that we both know.
Yeah.
In real life. Hope you're doing well, Evil Homer.
Dude, Evil Homer's a good name. So you like The Simpsons, right?
Oh, I love The Simpsons.
Yes.
All right.
We've been watching Akane Banashi. Let me run this by you. So we've been watching Akane Banashi, and I was talking about this makes me want to make my own Rakugo, and so I'm working on one where it's Evil Marge fighting with season 1 Homer, and so Evil Marge is like, Homer, I'm done with you. And then season 1 Homer is like, it's not my fault. It's the boy.
It's the boy.
The boy.
Spreading the Simpsons love.
We need the boy.
The boy. And then he'd be like, maybe we should get some frosty chocolate milkshakes.
It's insane how you present these ideas you have.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's crazy. How am I not a millionaire? It's what I keep asking. Like,
what about Raymona? What about Raymona? I think Raymona's great.
It's just funny how like you could turn something so mundane. It's like we're just sitting on a couch watching Akane Banashi together, and then you make a weird like sound, and then you're like, oh, that sounds like an Evil Marge, and then it's just like, oh yes, I had this idea of an Evil Marge and a season 1 Homer fighting each other in a Rakugo play. And I'm like, what? That's not how that came about, John.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Is that not? Was that not how I came up with that story? Are you?
You're making it sound like it's like you're actually like pitching this to TV, to like TV network guys. You're like, okay, yes, this is my pitch, all right?
Yeah, this is my idea.
This is a real idea. This is a real idea. It's like, no, this is a fake idea. You just made it up.
It's not a fake idea. It's real.
I guess it's real in that you thought it eventually.
All of my dreams are real.
Ort. We are out of Bort license plates. Repeat, we are out of Bort license plates.
That's great. I'm glad that will now never die because Naruto named his son after that.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, one question I always like to ask people, and I feel like because we're the same age, basically, it's probably not going to be that different than my own. But I always like to hear how did you get into anime? So what's your origin story?
I'm gonna be really boring. It was Pokemon.
That's about it. That's about the normal millennial answer.
I mean, yeah. Pokemon is like kind of a given, and also wasn't presented as an anime. So what was your first anime after Pokemon?
That's a good question. It's kind of like how I always say.
That's a better question.
I always say like, oh yeah, I watched like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z around '98, but like what really got me into like anime, like where I knew I was watching anime, was Inuyasha. So when people say when did you get into anime, I'll usually say 98 to 2002. 2002 is when Inuyasha aired. So was it what was your Inuyasha essentially? That made you go, "Oh, this is anime."
Watching Toonami after school. There's watching Toonami after school and Adult Swim way past my bedtime. So like I got to see Yu Yu Hakusho, I got to see of course Dragon Ball. Hamtaro was on for a time, that was fun. Outlaw Star, like that. By that point I knew it was anime and I thought it was really cool, but I didn't like seek a Japanese version until I figured out what torrenting was. And I found the Japanese version of Rockman EXE, aka Mega Man NT Warrior,
Okay.
aka the Battle Network anime, and I was really into Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man in general at the time, and we didn't get Kids WB, so I couldn't watch the English dub of the show, even if I wanted to. So
did you not have TV in general? Because Kids WB was like regular cable.
No, not here, not where I lived. We did not have Kids WB. We had some kind of contract issue with the UPN station, so that we were like the one place in the whole country that did not get Kids WB.
Huh.
Wow.
So it's insane. So anyways, I found the Rockman EXE fan subs, and like I spent the entire summer watching it back in 2005, and I also watched the subbed version of Digimon Adventure. And then like when school started that year, I would do my homework, run upstairs, and watch more Rockman EXE. It was a great summer.
Awesome. I was into Mega Man NT Warrior. I did watch it dubbed. I do have it marked as completed on Mal, even though I've only seen it dubbed, and they may have cut episodes. I'm not actually like 100% sure on that. I've never gone back to check, but I'm gonna keep that Mal credit. If anyone wants to fight me on it, show up in the comments.
John's ready to defend his Mal at any given moment.
So what's interesting is I find that a lot of people's, or at least from our generation, the trajectory was, our generation was a little bit more open to dubs because I think the dubs we were exposed to were higher quality than, say, something like a Voltron.
Yeah.
But I still find a lot of people from our generation did have the trajectory of they saw the dubs on TV, went on the internet, found the subs, and then became like sub-elitist. Like my friend, and I use the term, I don't use the term elitist necessarily as a negative thing. My friend Nicole, for example, got into anime through the dubs on TV, like Naruto and Inuyasha, but then she went online, found fan subs, and she stuck to the subs once she got on the internet. So it's interesting that I feel like you still have, despite being able to watch things subbed and enjoying watching things subbed, you still have a lot of respect for the dubs, which I think is unique. Usually it's people really do pick one or the other. And the people that are, for me, I don't hate dubs. I won't refuse to watch a dub, but I do sort of feel like it's for me personally, watching a dub is a more casual experience, whereas watching something subbed is like, okay, this is something where like I'm super into it and I'm super invested. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? Like, how you still value dubs in your present day and age. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So despite, I know this is hard to believe. I know you couldn't believe it when I told you at dinner. I usually don't watch dubs. I usually watch things in Japanese. And if I really, really, really like it, I will watch it subbed. Or I will watch the dub if it has like a really notable casting decision. Like I watched Odd Taxi dubbed because Mike McFarland was Orokawa. And Odd Taxi is one of my favorite anime, by the way. But in general, I think people are more open to dubs now than they were 10 years ago, because back then there was still the reputation of blah, blah, blah for kids. Nowadays, I mean, dub actors are getting more recognition at cons, and they're getting invited to more cons and things like that. I do think it's interesting how you get from language A to language B, because making a subtitle script is far from the same thing as making a dub script, because you have to account for lip flaps, and it's an art form. It's fascinating. Yeah, it's just so damn interesting how they get from point A to point B.
That's interesting too, and I honestly think that I've said this before. Dubs have always been the most popular way to consume anime, but it was never. It was a faux pas to say that out loud. That's how I always felt, because if you go back and you look at like stuff like if you listen to Carl Masick or Robert Woodhead or all those old heads who like were in the early days of bringing anime over, they'll always tell you when they put something out dubbed and subbed, because in the VHS days you had to pick one, they said the dubs sold more. And so
I did not know that.
Yeah, he said, like, historically dubs have always sold better. And if you go on streaming, it's actually still the case that dubs get more views than subtitled content. So it's interesting because I think that it was just a faux pas to say it in the community that people like dubs, but I think that people secretly were liking dubs. I think that there's maybe a bit more respect for them, and I think that a lot of the voice actors, especially some of the voice actors that came out of the 2000s, like the I guess you'd call it maybe like the heyday of ADV and Funimation, I think a lot of those actors, I don't know if it's because of the particular shows they were dubbing that had they dubbed shows that had such huge followings, or if it was because of the volume of shows they were in, but they sort of developed, those voice actors from that era really developed like a celebrity status in the community.
For sure.
And I feel like that was an issue that maybe because it was a faux pas to talk about enjoying dubs, some of the voice actors from the generation before that really didn't get a lot of the respect or notoriety they deserved. I think about a lot of voice actors from Robotech were incredibly good voice actors. And I mean, a lot of them still work today. Rick Hunter was voiced by Tony Oliver, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's incredible. You have Richard Epcar, you have Dan Warren, Wendy Lee. You have a lot of big names that I felt like just didn't get respected in that time. But by the 2000s with Funimation and ADV, I felt like those voice actors were starting to get that notoriety. Now, this could be because of, one, my age. I'm in my 30s, and I'm not as tuned in on what's happening in the conventions or what's happening with young people, but I do wonder, do those anime voice actors, both the ones from the 2000s and new ones coming in who are taking on big roles now, do they also have that celebrity status? Do you have any insight as to what the fandom around voice actors is in the sphere right now?
Yeah, I think they have a healthy fan following. Just this past weekend, I went to go see Derek Snow and Reagan Murdoch with my friend Ryan, and a lot of people showed up. It was this tiny comic shop in Toledo, and there were people like tuning in from online, making online orders for autographs, and they would sign it live on camera. So if that tells you anything, people really do see them that way. It's really crazy.
Okay. One of my things was, and I maybe I just didn't know how to read the situation. I know that there's a lot of like voice actors, like they go to cons, because cons are where they make their money. I understand that. Where they'll like charge insane amounts for like kind of trivial things. You know, it'll be like, here's an autographed Funko Pop by the guy who voiced Nappa for $100. It's like, I don't need a signed Funko Pop. I'm good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the way I was reading scenarios like that was, oh no, are the voice actors hurting? Are they not getting that like recognition where like maybe they don't have that celebrity status? But if you're saying they do, that's interesting that they that we still are seeing the voice actors get that sort of celebrity status, at least within the anime fandom. Another thing that I think is interesting, especially about your channel, is are you the only English language channel talking about, well, I guess it would have to be English language, but talking about Asian English anime dubs? Is there anyone else doing it on the regular?
I don't think so.
And something I think is interesting about your videos is that I feel like anyone who decides to tackle an Asian English dub video is going to do it from the perspective of, look at how bad this is, I'm just going to make fun of it.
Yeah.
And while you do point out things that are funny, you also have an amount of respect that I don't think anyone else would give these dubs. You acknowledge that they're made quickly and with a low budget and with very minimal resources, but you give them such a fair shake that I would never expect from a YouTuber, really.
Yeah, thank you very much. I do try to give them credit because it is done boom, boom, boom. They do these very quickly, and I think people, it is when the content is consumed, it is removed from that context. It is not graded. It is graded on the same level as an American production, where they have the time, money, and resources to make a higher quality product. Whereas over in Southeast Asia, not so much the case.
Yeah, I talked about this earlier, and maybe you can confirm, but from what I understand, the reason why, because there's some anime that have Asian English dubs that we didn't even get dubbed, and people always wonder like, oh well, if they released the anime over here, why didn't they just include the Asian English dub? And the reason why that's pretty rare, from what I understand, is that when they get licensed out to Southeast Asia, the Japanese companies know that they don't have the money to spend, so they sort of put in the contract like, we acknowledge that you're going to make a lower budget product, but to maintain the brand's reputation, we're going to make sure that dub shouldn't leave Southeast Asia.
I don't know, but that would explain a lot.
Okay. Recently, we actually seen a couple of those dubs popping up. I think it's really interesting when Animego or Discotech, they've done a couple licenses where they've just said on announcement, oh yeah, by the way, this has an English dub. We don't know where it's from. Probably East Asian.
Yeah. They actually reached out to me about one of those. Like when they got the license, I got DM'd like, hey, do you know how to contact so-and-so? And I'm like, I sure do. And because they said they got the dub. I don't want to say what show, but they got the dub and they said this was the only name attached to it. Do you know how we can get in touch with this person? And I'm like, I sure do. And I sent him that direction.
Is that a show that's been released already, or is it something that hasn't been?
Yes, but I don't know how much I want to talk about like stuff I've talked about in private. I can just say I did point Discotech in the right direction, and that person knew a person who knew the rest of the cast.
Okay, so 2 shows. Okay, you don't need to confirm it, but it's definitely either Mononoke or Sasuke.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Don't touch it.
So yeah. That was interesting. All of a sudden, I see one of them slide into my DMs asking about that. I thought that was really cool. And then I did meet the guys at Otakon one year, and it was awesome.
Oh, the Discotech people?
Yeah, I've met Justin a couple of times. I've met Mike a couple of times. They're really cool.
Any meeting Caleb?
Caleb. Sorry, who's Caleb?
Shabes?
Nope.
Damn. Our friend Kieran, we were mentioning, saw a movie in the same theater as him, and they did not. Their worlds came so close to touching, but they just did not. Yeah, there was a big showing of the film Tomcat's Big Adventure in Dallas, Texas, and Kieran went to it, and Shabes went to it, and they were in the same theater in the same room, and I was like, you should say hi, and he was like, I'm too tired, I don't want to. But these 2 separate worlds almost touched so close.
That's insane.
They almost combined the Venn diagram.
Do you have any white whales of Southeast Asian dubs? Like I know a lot of people who watch me are probably really want to see the mostly lost Gundam Double Zeta dub, because in Southeast Asia they have, I believe, Hong Kong dubbed. It was all of Gundam Double Zeta was dubbed there, and that's one Gundam that never got a dub over here. And so because it never got a dub, a lot of people are like, well, I'd like to at least see the Southeast Asian dub, even if it's not good. Is there any dub that is like your white whale of Southeast Asian dubs? It's like, oh, that's the dub I really want to see.
Absolutely, and it's Dr. Slump.
Oh, did they dub all of it?
As far as I'm aware, if they didn't dub the whole thing, they dubbed a damn lot of it. It was aired on Cartoon Network Asia, and we have 0 footage of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I only know as much as I do thanks to Michael Pizzuto and Gloria Ansel, who voiced Arale after Andrea Kwan left.
Andrea Kwan is like the she's one of the big three of Southeast Asian dubs.
Yeah, she's up there.
Who would you say are your... Okay, let's not do big three. What's your hollowed shadow 4 of Southeast Asian dub actors?
Oh, like people I really like. Michael Pizzuto is one of them. He's a cool guy. It's funny, he's from Columbus as well.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
We got everyone.
Michael Pizzuto has a lot of variety to his voice. I like that. Darren Pleven's pretty good. I like him. That was a fun interview. Russell Waite's good. Lily Troncalli has a really cute voice.
Let's do this. Tell me some characters they voice, because I have no idea who these people are. I'm sorry if
it's okay.
I know who Andrea Kwan is because she's actually in like every Southeast Asian dub. Like,
yeah, she lives in Canada now.
Oh, okay. So she can be in she could potentially be in an ocean dub.
I don't know what she's up to now. She's been impossible to get in touch with. I found her on social media and I tried getting in touch, but no dice. But as for the others, Michael Pizzuto has done a lot. He was the dad in Shin-Chan for the dub on the 3DS. He was in Digimon. He was in Yokai Watch. I'm pretty sure. He's done so much. It's a pretty lengthy list. But it's one of those actors where he can just do so much. Lily Troncalli, I know her best for Yui Hirasawa and K-On! And the people who voiced in K-On! Wore many hats for the different girls.
Yeah, I have a clip saved on my computer just because I always want to have it, and it's one of my favorite quirks about that Southeast Asian K-On! Dub is that they call Azunyan Azunian, and it's a clip of Yui going. And also Azunian's voice in that dub is really high pitched. It sounds like this almost, and it's like
it's Catherine Fu.
Is that an iconic Catherine Fu cadence?
She's also Maruko in Chibi Maruko-chan.
Oh, okay. I thought I was doing a similar voice to Maruko-chan there. Okay.
Yeah, that's why, because it's the same actress in English.
Someone said apparently Cardcaptor Sakura also had a Southeast Asian dub. Yeah, that's actually one of the few dubs that was like released over here.
Yeah. Discotech doesn't know how they did it, but they did.
Yeah, especially at that time, because at that time, it's one of those things where I know there were some I remember actually in the twilight days of Genion actually outsourced to Hong Kong for some English dubs, but those were intended to be released over here. They weren't made for Animax, for example.
Right.
So it has those cast members, but it's a little different of a situation than, say, where Cardcaptor Sakura was like made for, I believe, to air on Animax in Southeast Asia, and then they were like, and it's going to be on the DVDs, except for the scene where Sharon says he's gay. They didn't air that on Animax.
It's funny. I'm in an Animax server. I'm a moderator, and we were just talking about that the other day. I swear to God, yesterday we were talking about it.
About the Cardcaptor Sakura dub?
Yes, about that specific thing, about the Cardcaptor Sakura dub.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I think Crunchyroll had like a warning that that the audio cuts out if you had the dub playing, because he's so embarrassed by it now, but I don't fault him. Chad originally watched Cardcaptor Sakura dubbed, and so when he was watching the dub of that episode, it has like a warning that the audio cuts out, and when he got to that scene, he switched it to the Japanese, and it's because Sharon talks about having a crush on Yukito.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything else gay in the show, just that.
Just, I know Michael Pizzuto talked about script edits like that, where it's like there's some countries you're not allowed to talk about gambling, so you have to like say you won a contest or something to that effect. So it's not really an exclusive thing, but that is a very notable case, because I know on some releases it like cuts to the Japanese audio or something, but I know in your case, it mutes entirely. But yeah, that's what I thought. It was Singapore for Zipang. Yeah, it was Singapore, not Hong Kong.
My first interaction with a dub like that was actually this would be a good question for you, but I'll go first. I remember in high school renting. I've talked about this before, where I would rent anime DVDs from Netflix, and I rented the anime Karin, or Chibi Vampire, and I was like so confused why the dub was the way it was, because I was like, what? They call her Karen, which immediately I was like, even at my power level at that point, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Karin. I think there was a Karin in Bleach, and that's why I knew that. But I was like, why are they calling her Karen? Her name is definitely not supposed to be Karen. And then the dub was just really bad, and I only learned later that Geneon had outsourced that dub to Hong Kong, because it was as I put it, their twilight days. They were closing shop at the time, and so they just needed to dub it cheaply.
Yeah, that was Singapore, by the way.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, I recall hearing about that.
So there's a difference between Hong Kong and Singapore dubs. I always thought they were just all dubbed in Hong Kong, and then like sometimes they'll air in Singapore. But you're saying they're two different locations.
Yep.
Okay. Which one's better?
Two different teams too. Oh, who's better? Definitely Hong Kong. I think even people from Singapore, the people on the Singapore teams would tell you that.
We know we suck.
Oh my God, it was funny because I'm friends with Christian Lee, who did a lot of directing once upon a time down at for Singapore anime dubs. There's no Singapore anime dubs anymore.
What?
But oh yeah, it's been over for a long time. He's moved on to bigger and better things. But I had him listen to a Yu-Gi-Oh clip to confirm a voice actor, because it was listed as Taz Gill, who was a co-runner of a studio. And someone said, this sounds like Christian Lee. Can you send this to him to confirm it? And he listened to it, and he's like, yeah, that's me. That's my voice. And he said, it sounds like, because it was the behind the voice actor's voice compare. And he listened to the 4Kids voice actor. He said, yeah, it sounded like if the 4Kids actor recorded in a professional studio, it sounds like we recorded ours in a makeshift booth, because, well, they did. It was done very, very cheaply, yes. Yeah, it's all about South Africa these days. Yeah, friggin' Fist of the North Star.
Let's give credit to the original South African dub, Tombo. Are there any Tombo fans in the chat?
Oh, I'm a huge Tombo head.
Big Tombo's Big Adventure.
I don't know.
Tombo is a golf anime that a friend sent me a clip and said, hey, I was just watching this anime randomly, and I think the dub uses AI, and I did some research into it, and funny enough, the guy who did the voice direction of the dub for Heavenly Delusion on Hulu, a guy who works on Hulu dubs, replied to a tweet about it and said, this is definitely AI. But I think that he was just like getting like, I think he was just a little bit scared, I should say, because the more I looked into it, I don't think it was AI. I do think it was just out to South Africa. We did track down some of the actors. They are from South Africa. It's possible they may have done some editing on the lines and maybe used AI to like stretch things to fit mouth flaps. They didn't do it well. But there may have been some AI to like adjust inflections or hide accents, but it did sound like majorly they did have a person record. It wasn't like a robot voice. With the Fist of the North Star one, it's the same situation. They same cast. That and the what is it? The Dinner Table Detective. Those all three have South African dubs. Do you know anything about what's going on? Why South Africa is the new hub for cheap dubs?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the dub scene there. I would love to talk to someone from there because yeah, the dubs are very laughably bad. But I mean, it feels like kind of like fine. You don't want us to use AI so bad. We're gonna get human actors, all right. Call up South Africa.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Petsu Chan.
South Africa's isn't that doing that? Like the only thing I know about like the production stuff is like live action One Piece. I know that's where they're filming. Is that just like the cheap place where you can get all the best tax write-offs and all that stuff?
It's funny because funny enough, the way I initially found out that one of those voice actors was South African was I found the name because Tombo didn't credit the cast, so I had to look for them. There was someone in Tombo who was definitely in Dinner Table Detective. It was very clearly the same person. I was like, okay, that's the same person from Tombo. And I looked it up. Dinner Table Detective listed some of its cast. So I looked up that person and found that they were also in the 2014 live action Kite movie with Samuel L. Jackson. And
wow.
And that movie was filmed in South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess South Africa is just the new place where you can get all the cheapest work.
Yeah, I figure as much. I don't know the scene down there. Like I said, I would love to talk to people down there and like learn about what it's like to dub, but I also don't know if they have like NDAs or anything, or if they're just too embarrassed. It's too fresh and they're too embarrassed to talk about it, you know?
That's actually kind of another thing I was wondering is like you really do treat those Southeast Asian English actors like celebrities, and that has to be like a new experience for them, right?
Yeah, for a lot of them, they're just like, wow, people are wanting to reach out, talk to me. Because I talked to Charles Glover, who does work for NHK. He's also the guy that says the rough in Yakuza. That was him. That was Charles Glover. That was the first interview he had ever done. And he was such a chill guy. Such a cool guy.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
So with the Singapore dub, so is everyone involved in those dubs? Are they primarily actors, or is it really to the extent of like, oh, we're just anyone who could speak English, we'll pull you off the street? There's definitely some actors in those that sound like, oh, we found someone who can speak English, so we're going to throw them in. But how many of those people would you say are like actual, like, oh, I'm an actor, I am here to perform?
More than you would think. Quite a few of them have at least like a radio background. I can't really think of anyone who was like, oh yeah, I spoke English and I was just kind of there.
So that's not common, actually.
Not that I can think of. Everyone that I think of off the top of my head, anyways. I don't have like notes in front of me. Were people that did have some kind of acting experience. Like, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, tell me of someone who didn't go in from at least some kind of acting background. But a lot of the times it was, they just needed someone who speaks English at the very least. So, and they would bring in people who are from America, Canada, whoever was in town. And they're just like, hey, I heard about this thing you can do at such and such a place. And trying to think of like that might have been the case for the Plevins. So my brain is geared towards Singapore right now. I know Dwayne Tan, he's into acting. You're the expert. Sorry, I'm used to my streams where everyone's all over me correcting me. Yeah, no. A lot of the times they would just get English speakers. The Plebans. I don't recall if they had an acting background, but yeah, I'm kind of getting put on the spot, so I can't think off the top of my head.
Okay.
Man.
I was just about to ask you something and I forgot what it was. Chat,
Remind us.
remind me. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Patricia.
Okay,
Patricia.
I was gonna say, that
Moogie.
I was gonna say Moogie and Kaon. You did bring up in your video that they were not an actor.
Yeah, no, it was the friend of Muriel Hoffman, because Candace Moore was leaving to go to school, and she was Moogie. She was several characters. She was Moogie, Azusa, and Sawako-chan in season 1, and so they had to recast all of those. And for Moogie, Jack Murphy, who was the director, met Muriel's friend Patricia and thought, okay, they sound close enough, we could bring you on for Moogie. And hindsight's 2020. You know,
that just reminds me of so much of when I was, me and Ben used to do a bridging, and like you'd meet people and you're like, oh, you have like a cool sounding voice, I think you should be in a video. And then you get them to like act and you realize that like there's more to acting than just having a cool voice.
Yeah.
Yep. Indeed.
So even in Singapore, those Singapore dubs, those were actors. They weren't just pulling people off the street.
Brian Zimmerman was a puppeteer, and I think he still is. I know some people there were puppeteers. So again, in the same ballpark as acting.
Or so
Joe Murray did radio. Gosh, what else was there? Those are the ones I can think of. But yeah, a lot of them were at least acting adjacent.
Like just enough to have that connection there when the time was neat.
You need a job. Job's a job. You know.
Yep.
Is there? And I guess there really is just enough like English speakers living in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah. They had several talent pools depending on the studio. But some of them had overlap. But there's always tells as to what studio dubbed what. If Darren Pleban is in something, it's absolutely Omni. If Jack directed it, it's probably SDI Media Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's always tells to it. Like there's like big hints when you're trying to pin something down.
I was being a little facetious because again, these are names that are. I'm glad that you do treat these people like celebrities. You really do.
Yeah, sorry. These are names I know off the top of my head.
I get it. You've made enough videos about it. It's kind of like your power level is just like you have a bit of a power level gap. You're just a bit higher than me, and I'm trying to keep up, but
it's okay. I keep track of all the voice actors I show and how many episodes they're in. And right now, number 1 is tied between Muriel Hoffman and now John Swayze, the American actor for Crocodile and One for All, and because he was in Blood Blockade Battlefront as a one-off character, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's mention John Swayze. He's a cool guy. Yeah, how many here? I'm pulling up my list. I keep track.
Have you ever interviewed someone from the scene of the in Japan they have like there's been English dubs done in Japan using expats.
Yep.
It's more common for video games rather than anime to be dubbed this way, but there are a few anime that have been dubbed this way.
Yep.
I think of I don't know if this is one that you're familiar with. Sorhai Isami. I believe it's called Sorhai Isami.
The name sounds very familiar.
It was dubbed in a very weird way where I believe they released like 3 DVDs over here, and the episodes were out of order, which the 3 DVDs don't cover the show. They don't cover the whole series. It's like a 51 episode series. And it was dubbed in English in Japan and uses the same acting pool as the video game Shenmue.
Oh yeah, that was Japan for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that always interested me because it has the famous one is Barry from Resident Evil is in it. So I don't know. Have you ever interviewed anyone or have any insight about that particular dubbing scene?
Yes, Charles Glover was one of them. He was the guy who says he's the agent that says the rough famously in Yakuza.
Okay.
Eric Kelso, Ward E. Sexton. I've tried a few others, but those are the two I can think of offhand that I interviewed, and it was very interesting. So those three I think were the only ones I've had the pleasure of interviewing. I've tried Jerry Sorrell's. We talked for a while, and I don't think she's interested. But as far as insights about it, everyone has an agency. So I mean, they a lot of them work for NHK because they need stuff for their international feed. Eric Kelso, for example, was on a show called Orton the Whale, which he said was like Sesame Street for Japanese kids learning English.
Okay.
And it's a big whale named Orton, and on his back is a town called Orton Town. And when they want his attention, they say, "Hey, Orton!" And they'll do English language educational stuff. But that's a lot of what happens is they're already working there for like NHK or whatever. And video games dubbed there, I don't know, it's just a project as far as I know. It's just they get phoned up saying, "Hey, we got a thing going on." I don't think there's anything too crazy about it. It just depends on the project. But I haven't spoken to enough people because we're talking about white whales of like dubs to be found. My white whale. Let me make sure I get his name right. Let me make sure I get his name right. Wayne Doster, that's his name. He voiced Zero in Mega Man X4.
Oh, okay.
I want to interview him so fucking bad. I did get in touch with him thanks to, I think, Eric Kelso. But I need to circle back and talk to him because, no, it was Charles Glover. Because he was just like, really? I don't know him as a voice actor. Because I think he does talent coordination. But he was Zero in Mega Man X4. And for those who know me, I love Mega Man. And X4 is my favorite Mega Man game, even though the dub is
It has an
awful.
it has an infamous dub. It's like that and X4 and 8.
Yeah. And we now know the story behind what happened. That why they turned out the way they did.
I think maybe I heard it from you, but I heard the reason why in Mega Man 8 at least, the one thing that always made me laugh was the guy voicing Dr. Light stutters, and
yes,
he always says, "That's right, Mega Man." And from I think maybe you were the one who told me this, but
probably.
But in the original, the script they gave the voice actor said Rockman, and they told him to change it to Mega Man in his head, and that's why he stutters every time he says Mega Man, because he says Rock Mega Man.
No, from what I understand, the whole time the voice cast was saying Rockman, and then they got a memo from Capcom of America saying, no, it's got to be Mega Man. So I think out of habit, he started to say Rockman, and it's just like, Mega Man.
What, Mega Man?
Yeah. And then Mega Man 8 and X4 were dubbed back to back, so they brought back Ruth Shiraishi for both roles. She didn't know there were two different games and two different characters, so she was both classic Mega Man and X, and that's why she was not told they were two different projects, two different characters.
So that's why X has like the girl voice.
Yes, that's why they didn't tell her.
That's kind of like
know until after the fact.
That's kind of the hack that sort of happened in Robotech. If any Robotech heads out there, there's a character in the original Japanese. Their name is Yellow Belmont, and their thing is that they are originally a man, but they hide their identity by posing as a woman. And one of the things that in the original Japanese that's interesting is that when they're assuming the identity of a man, they have a male voice actor, but when they're a woman, they have a female voice actor. And they're a singer, and they always sing in the female persona. So while they're doing stuff and there's action, they're usually the male persona, but then when they're singing on stage and everything, they take the female persona. It's a female voice. in Robotech, it's always a man. And he actually said they didn't tell him that his character was supposed to be posing as a woman. So
no.
And he said it's very it doesn't, like, if I heard those songs, I would never believe, I'm sorry, Yellow Belmont, you don't pass when I hear your songs. Oh yeah, Mospita mentioned. Yep. But yeah, the guy who did the songs for Robotech it's not Cam Clark was the regular voice. I meant the singer who did the singing voice. He didn't know that was supposed to be a female persona. They didn't tell him. So they just told him that the character was a male soldier, and he's like, okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, the way Dylan put it, he has 2 voice actors in Robotech too, but they're both male.
That's good.
What are some of your favorite dubs? And let's bring it over to the USA or Canada or Scotland with Manga Entertainment. I'm actually gonna wait 1 second. I want to turn my lights on because the sun went down. I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but the sun has gone down. Yeah. I'm also gonna grab a drink real quick. Ben, do you want something?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Hal Cozy, do you want something?
Sure, come bring it to my house.
Okay.
I'll tip.
Okay. Ben, I'm gonna need your keys.
I'll wait till he comes back to answer that. But a lot of you, if you all have seen my latest video, you know what my number 1 dub is.
It's One Piece by 4Kids.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But a lot of you don't know my number 2 though. It's a tie because it's in the same universe, but
well, I don't know, so we'll have to save it for when John gets back.
Yeah.
Also need to teach John a bit more about how to lay out a stream. I mean, look at this. My drawing is getting covered by everyone. Can't believe
and I'm over there in the corner, or Haruko is. I really like this drawing, by the way.
I'm trying to make it work. Like I think the face got a little bit too gremlin-y. Like I like the weird faces that she makes, but I'm still getting it to work the way I want it to.
Yeah. Haruko was why I learned how to sew. I cosplayed Haruko, and I learned how to modify a sewing pattern. I bought a whole sewing machine. I learned how to sew just so I could cosplay Haruko.
Oh man, that's pretty good. It takes a lot of conviction to just I'm gonna learn a whole new skill. Like it's just gonna that's a lot.
I was doing it solo. I had a DVD that came with the sewing machine, and I had online tutorials. I taught my damn self how to sew.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Man.
And I made the guitar out of cardboard.
Oh, that's good.
I still have it. I made a few versions of it. I made one out of cardboard. I made one out of foam. I made one out of insulation foam. I want a 3D print one.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. And I remember as kids, like we figure out how to make like a paper, not paper mache, but it's like we get like the kind of stronger paper, like the cardboard paper, and learn how to cut it out the right way and fold it the right way so that we could build like a helmet from a.
There's a Fooly Cooly sequel?
What? Alternative is the only one I will acknowledge. Alternative understood the assignment.
Hold on.
Also has my favorite ending theme in all of anime.
I've seen one of the sequels. Oh yeah, it is Alternative. That is the one we watched. It was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Alternative understood the assignment. The rest didn't.
I actually haven't seen all of any of the Fooly Coolies.
Yeah, Ben historically has hated it. So
I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like you didn't. Here's the thing with Ben is that like you can't force it on him because he's gonna hate it more. So like So like,
I don't mean to hate it more.
if
It's not malicious. It's just like that's just how my brain works. I guess.
it's just if it's not jiving with him, it's like, you know, move on, maybe.
I've tried.
I'm glad
so
time
hard.
has been kind to alternative. Like in retrospect, now that it's been almost a decade, people are accepting alternative as the only one that's at least decent.
Someone in the chat asked, and this is a good question. I guess we never exactly touched on it. What is your favorite Southeast Asian dub?
Oh, hey, Zaragoza. Sorry, I meant to acknowledge you. I see a lot of my people in the chat. Favorite Southeast Asian dub? Oh gosh, probably K-On. As much crap as I gave it, I'd probably K-On.
That's interesting. So I'm going to tie this in with my next question. What are some of your favorite dubs in general? You know, overall, like what are some of your favorites?
Well, for those who watch my channel, you know what my number one is, and it's Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Okay.
It's one of those shows that makes sense to be dubbed. It takes place in New York City. The soundtrack is in English. The canon language in universe in Hell Salem's Lot is English. So that makes sense on that front. Mike McFarlane is my favorite casting director, my favorite voice director. He did a fabulous job casting everyone and directing everyone. The line deliveries are on point every time, just like he always does. Mike never misses. Aaron coming back was a treat. That was his first lead since Alphonse in Full Metal Alchemist 2003. Ian Sinclair was great.
Was that
Bill Parsons was great.
I don't really know the years. Is that a pre Space Dandy Ian Sinclair?
No, just after. It was 2015.
Okay.
So it's Dandy was 2014. This was 2015. And no, I thought everyone was brilliantly cast. And I feel that dub doesn't get enough attention. That's why I went outlandish. I know the dub subreddit gave me crap for it, for saying it was a Cowboy Bebop level dub. It's like, oh, Cowboy Bebop dub is overrated. I don't know why I made him sound like Ringo Starr. But I'm just like, yeah, but it gets clicks. It gets people to click on it who may not normally watch this stuff. And then it went on to be my worst performing video in a long time. But because no one asked for the video, it's one of those things. I expected it to do poorly, but I wanted to raise money for Mike. But my second favorite dub of all time is a tie between Cells at Work and Cells at Work Code Black. That they are excellent dubs, outstanding. They dubbed the opening for Cells at Work with the voice actors, and they did the full version too. I was blown away. That was how they did the casting announcement. Was they showed them recording the opening and singing all their parts. I'm like, that's brilliant.
That's good.
Yeah, the Beck is another one. Beck is another one I hear people really like the dub for. But Code Black is one. It's a great anime. It's one of my favorites. And two, the episode about I try not to get you demonetized. Reproduction.
Oh, I do it I just want to say we usually stream on Friday, and every Saturday morning I go to bed and I go, guess what we did this time?
Last time it was my fault.
That is true. But then I think the best thing that's ever gotten us demonetized is we literally watched a bunch of anime trailers, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna get us demonetized. I don't care. I just want to watch these. And then we got demonetized not for the trailers, but because we played a 10-second clip of a video called Chinese Rap, where it's just a guy going Wing Chong Ming Mong. And it's like,
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, we got copyright for that. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
So by all means, say what you're gonna say, get us demonetized.
Yeah. The episode about sperm, about coming.
Okay.
It's the whole episode is full of dick jokes. It's so funny. Oh, you're going to that? You're going to the testes? That's nuts. And I was dying laughing. It was so good because it just blends so perfectly into the script. Just all these dick jokes. No, again, it's one of those things. The casting's perfect. The scripts are perfect. Billy Kometz is in it as the white blood cell for the original Cells at Work. Yeah, there. I don't have really anything bad to say about that dub. Squid Girl season 1 specifically, because season 2. Watch my video about Squid Girl if you want to know why there's a totally different dub cast for season 2. But season 1, all the way they worked with the fact that she says degeso in Japanese, and they made it work to be a bunch of nautical puns is so good. But what sold me on the dub was the scene where she says, "Oh yeah, I'll show you what happens when I really get cracking." And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I'm sold on watching the dub. Because
Getting
I
jokes,
watched,
like especially wordplay, to work in a dub, I imagine it's got to be one of the hardest things.
yeah, it was, because the subs were very frustrating to read, because the way they translated degeso was just putting squid in the middle of her sentences, and it was really frustrating to read.
Yeah.
Because we feel like, write a squiddly way, and I'm like, this is just really irritating to read. So I checked out the dub and loved it. I know the Sentai subs are different. I was watching the Crunchyroll subs. This was 10 years ago. I was watching this. Gurren Lagann's a good dub.
I have a controversial take on the Gurren Lagann dub. I don't even know if I'm gonna say it because I don't want to get my ass kicked today.
Uh-oh.
What is that? You think the ADV dub's better?
I don't like Kyle Aber's Kamino voice. I think he just sounds like Kyle Aber, and that's not how Kamina is supposed to sound.
Steve Bloom said they were trying to push him to be Kamina when he was auditioning.
I can kind of see that. Kamina is like he's kind of got like a Joe Yabuki vibe, almost like a I can only think of like, I'm trying to think of a way to put it. The guy that voices Zoro in Japanese kind of has...
Nakai.
Yeah, there you go. He has this vibe to him where, like, I think about when he played, I believe he was also Mugen in Samurai Champloo.
Correct.
And I love him as Mugen because he has a cool voice, but he also sounds cool but homeless at the same time. And I don't know how to describe it other than he sounds like a bum, but a really cool bum. And so that kind of voice would kind of fit Kamina. But I don't know if I'm trying to think of like an English voice actor who you think who would fit that, where it's like they have a cool voice, but they can also sound like a bum. That's actually one of my issues. That's one of my issues with the Champloo dub is that Steve Bloom makes Mugen sound cool, but I don't think he makes him sound enough like a bum.
No, I was at a Q&A panel, and that's how I learned they were trying to push him to be Kamina when he was auditioning for the show, but then he saw Liron, and there was some back and forth kind of debating about it, and they ultimately said, okay, fine, audition for it. And he got the part.
Mm.
Oh, it's such a funny voice. It's so flamboyant.
Ben, you should watch Gurren Lagann. I think you'd like it.
There's another one where I've got like 4 people trying to convince me to watch it, and I've watched the first episode 3-4 times, and I just like every time I'm just like I do not understand what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Ben, I could send you the exact like schematics for the guitar for the bass guitar.
I'm looking at a reference and I'm just like, at some point you just got to give up and be like, I don't know if I want to put all that detail in.
I was gonna say I had to print it out so I could cut it.
If there's anything specifically offensive about it, I'll be happy to change it.
I was just saying I can give you that reference material, but it's fine.
Oh wait, is there like a notch at the top here? I'll change that at least.
Yeah.
Or notch at the bottom. I don't know.
I just one of my best friends is an artist, and I love watching him draw. So I've been really enjoying watching you draw.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm glad John just gives me the opportunity to just like do whatever I feel like in the background. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's been really fun to watch. It's been really cool to have this as a visual. Because normally for me on my streams, for my Hangout streams, I'm just like, yeah, here's the Discord window. Here's all of our avatars. And here's the occasional thing I will pull up because someone told me to look up the first thing Bryan Cranston was ever in.
What is the first dub he was ever in?
Not dub, just thing. It was a Preparation H commercial, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Something like that.
okay. That's better than Mole Diver.
Yeah.
And we've been watching on again, off again, Malcolm in the Middle, and the show has aged so well. It's still so funny.
I've been watching videos from a guy just talking about Malcolm in the Middle, and it's interesting. I feel like if I went back, I mean, I liked it as a kid, but I feel like I'd get it more if I watched it now.
I think so too.
You absolutely would.
It does seem like the kind of show that would age well.
Yeah. No, we've been enjoying the hell out of it.
And I do know that Hulu was, I think it was Hulu, pushing for like that kind of like reboot, the 15-year-old later reboot, which I'm not particularly interested in. But then again, I'm not a super fan of Malcolm in the Middle, at least not yet. So
not yet.
We'll have to see after the rewatch. Maybe I will be. Who knows?
Evil Homer with sounding like a bump, sounding like Otto from The Simpsons. It is funny you say that. I love 4Kids Flashback. It's one of my favorite podcasts. It's Tara Sands and Steve Yurko. Tara Sands was Mokuba and Yu-Gi-Oh, and Steve Yurko is one of the co-hosts of the One Piece podcast.
Ah, Steve Yurko. Yeah, I've heard of him.
I met him once. He's a cool guy. They were interviewing Oliver Wyman, and he was talking about One Piece, being on One Piece, because he remembers it and he's aware the dub was not well received and he apologized for it, but he was Django, Kudo's guy. And
we know who Django is.
Yeah. When he saw him, he didn't even want to hear the Japanese. He's just like, I know the voice I want to do for him. So we did an impression of Otto from The Simpsons. I thought I always thought it sounded like Bubs from Homestar Runner, but I can hear Otto. I just thought of that anecdote when I saw that comment. And Django is a bum, so
yeah, he absolutely is.
Reboot sucks. Ah, that's too bad.
I didn't expect it to be any good.
I expect it to be mid at best. Like, kind of hope for it to be mid. But,
yeah,
man, that's too
I'm
bad.
generally not interested in those things. Like, it's interesting that I'm kind of like surprised that I'm even watching the One Piece live action because it's.
Well, you're watching it for content.
I'm watching it for content specifically. That's why, and also like I am getting enjoyment out of it because I just like imagine if they built a theme park with a theme park with all the set design is really fun on that. So that's what. So I'm like, I don't care about the show. I don't care about the story. Like, I've already got my One Piece, thank you. But as a prototype looking, it's like, what if we made a theme park out of these cool sets? I'm like, oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, Universal does One Piece stuff. They have a One Piece stage show now.
Dude, is that in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the U.S. I've seen a recording of it.
Yeah, there was a tweet that went around where it was like the Sanji actor, like literally his leg was lighting on fire and he was kicking people. This looked really fun.
Yeah, doing like these insane flips. With One Piece live action, my mom really enjoyed it because she's not really into anime, but she watched One Piece live action and like she's known. Since 2011, I've been really into One Piece, and it was like that scene from It's Always Sunny, where it zooms in on Danny DeVito's face. He's like, "Oh my god, I get it." Yeah, that's what it was with my mom with watching One Piece live action. She finally got why I loved One Piece.
You know, and that's good. That's at least something good is coming out of it in that way.
Yeah.
where normies can understand why their children and friends and parents or whoever love One Piece.
Yes, I did hear the McDonald's Airman got Tao Senai commercial. I lost my mind.
Oh, I just saw that posted in one of our group. I think Grant posted that.
I was shouting. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, the McDonald's collab with Mega Man.
I was thrown back.
Are we gonna get copyright for that? Is
2008.
that something we can show?
Does it play Airman's theme?
No, it's an old song called "Can't Defeat Airman."
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know the song.
Yeah.
Is that copyrightable? Can we watch that?
If you fall in One Piece through the live action, you're not really in love with One Piece. If you fall in love with One Piece and you start watching the show and reading the manga because of it, that's totally different though. Because that's what my friend who came over and had me spill eggnog all over my carpet, that I was talking about before the stream. They got into One Piece because they saw the live action show and went back from the beginning and watched the entire anime while in 9 months, like watching it at work, watching it, doing chores, doing any opportunity,
watching it at birth.
Yeah. They would take to watch One Piece. It was insane. And when they caught up, they jumped into the manga and caught up, and now we read every week.
Man, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm trying my best, as always, to be a reasonable human being, and I think that if you're a fan of something, it's because you like it, and so if you like something, you're a fan of it, and I don't think it should be gatekeeped about how you got on it if you like it.
That's right.
I give all the respect in the world for getting through the entire anime. Oh, got a day off? All right, guess I'm gonna make some food and we'll spend the day watching One Piece. That is dead ass what happened with my friend. I was just, they were so enamored with One Piece. And I'm like, I had been telling them for a while how good One Piece is and how awesome it is, and it took the Netflix show to finally convince them, and I'm glad that it got them to read the manga and all that.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something, John?
I was gonna say I wish I could get my mom to appreciate something I like, but her attention span is just gone, and I live in fear that that's going to be me, because I already have like bad ADHD. People know this, and I'm just like, what if I get to that level where like my mom can't even watch shows anymore. She puts on reality shows because with a reality show, you can just turn your attention to it, immediately follow what's happening, and then leave it, and then come back and just do it like that. Like movies or anything with like a plot, she's just out.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've mentioned when I was talking to Kieran one point, like I told him like, oh yeah, John's watching anime right now, and it's like he's just watching anime. He's not like doing that while doing something else. He's like, no, we've got a chair in front of the TV, and he occasionally looks at his phone, but it's just like he just watches the anime. And Kieran's like, I could never do that. I would never be able to. Okay,
I guess I'm doing better than the average person, maybe.
I think so.
If I could spend a lot of time, buckling down, sitting in a reclining chair and watching anime, I guess not all heroes wear capes, really.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How were you reacting to the chat? I feel like we talked over that.
Yeah, someone said, you know who else appreciates stuff I like? My mom!
Ooh, good.
Oh, regular show.
Normal show, yeah.
What do you think of the current state of anime dubbing?
I think it's really neat where we're at now, because we have so many different people in the talent pool compared to even 10 years ago. It used to be Funimation, or now Crunchyroll, used to struggle to get a big pool of actors, and now people are like busting down their door. You have so many people, so many options. You also have people who really care about anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who dub One Piece, they love One Piece. And we have remote dubbing, and we have union dubbing, being a big thing. Like that's like a big point where it's like, ooh, when you see a dub is union. Well, the sad truth of it though is that there's also AI. The AI side of it.
Are there any dubs using AI?
There were some upload to Amazon, but confirmed. One of them was confirmed to be by some kid. It was what was that 4Kids dub that didn't dub this third season? I can't think of the name of it, but someone made a fan made.
Oh, was it
AI
Ochamajo Doremi? Was that it?
No, not Doremi. Not Doremi. Bash, you're in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. What was the show? Here, I'm looking it up. Tai Chi Chasers.
Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Tai Chi Chasers.
Okay, yeah.
That was some kid. He made an AI dub. Yeah. And it was taken down not by the original animation studio, not by 4Kids or Konami. No, it was his mom who told him to take it down. The ultimate power.
Damn.
That's great.
But yeah, I mean, that's just the sad truth is that, you're kind of scared to see any big dubs use AI. But as far as I know, the ones that have come out have all been unofficial.
Okay. Yeah, that I wasn't getting
hey,
the
Omega Rockman.
Yeah.
It's uploaded to Tubi, not Amazon.
I feel that's the kind of shit that happens on Tubi. Tubi is sort of like that. I do like Tubi. I do like the silliness of Tubi. Like, people make fun of it for being the streaming service where you could see, the day Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain, 3 Winnie the Pooh slasher movies were uploaded to Tubi. It's like, you know what? Maybe I'm in the mood for a Winnie the Pooh slasher movie on Tubi. I remember.
You know who else fiction take down anime dubs? My mom. It was Toei. Yeah, Toei was Tai Chi Chasers. Yeah. It's good. That's a good follow-up, though.
I do feel like there is a better sense of quality control. It's not perfect because obviously, South African Fist of the North Star exists.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel more confident when a big show is getting a dub. I used to, like 10, 15 years ago, go, oh God, is it gonna suck? When I see something like a Don or something like that, I don't have that concern. It could still happen. I could still put on the dub and go, no, not having it. But
it's not expected.
It's not expected, which is a good feeling. I put on Witch Hat Atelier, and I didn't even know if I was gonna like it. I didn't know anything about the show. It was just me and Ben were watching a bunch of seasonals, and I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is gonna be a big one." So I was like, I'll put on the first episode, and I put on the dub because I was just gonna like casually play it and look at my phone. And I was surprised that I was really into the dub. They actually gave the characters accents. The accents aren't horrible. I love the voice of Keyfree in the dub. I love the voice. Keyfree and Agat are both excellent. So I was genuinely surprised, and I feel like when I go through a lot of the shows, despite being simuldubs, they're pretty good. I feel like there's a good sense of quality control now.
Yeah, I would say so too. I think there's a better understanding, especially because the people in these dubs grew up with dubs and grew up with anime in general.
Yeah, and
you go.
I was gonna say, I think that was an issue I had where you definitely got hold on, what is Dylan G saying? Counterpoint dubs now have higher lows, but they also have lower highs. Higher lows but lower highs. As a dub racist, I don't know. Let me think. What would I consider my peak dubs? because I feel
Yeah,
like
let's hear yours.
I typed them out to Dylan G. Let me pull up the list because it took me forever to type it. My first list is pretty great. Okay, so here's my favorite dubs. Netflix Evangelion, Ghost Stories, Lovely Complex, Pilot Candidate, Guen Saga, Flame of Recca, and Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Those are the best dubs ever made. No. So here's my actual list. Black Lagoon, Pluto, brand new.
Pluto's a good dub.
Pluto's really good. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
outstanding.
Keith David as Dr. Tenma?
Right?
I didn't even know he was in that.
God.
That was incredible. Hellsing Ultimate, Space Dandy, and Mob Psycho. I like the Space Dandy dub. I really like Ian Sinclair, and I also like that they added a vocoder effect to QT's voice. That wasn't in the Japanese, and I think that actually sounds better in the dub.
Yeah, Pluto. Yeah, I forgot about the Pluto dub. That dub was shockingly really good.
I need to finish that. God,
like
man.
I didn't expect it to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be that good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
really good. And Ben is kicking his ass right now because he did not finish Pluto.
No, I did not. We were watching it together, and you know when you're watching with someone, there's just like that chance that it's like, okay, well, we forget about it.
We did get distracted, but what I had already seen it, so it was a second watch for me. So I wasn't like gonna force you to do it, but you should just watch it if you have free time. Like definitely,
I do need to. Because we were gonna watch Monster, which I don't like. This is based purely off memory, but I remember liking the dub for that.
I've heard it's a good dub. I was interested in watching it dubbed.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
No, I had Mob Psycho.
That'll be, yeah.
I was
JC Denton. I hope you watch it.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I also had Ping Pong on here. I remember that's almost entirely because I love how they handled Kong Wenge in the Ping Pong dub, where they actually got someone who spoke Chinese, so his scenes where he speaks in Chinese, he actually could speak it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Standalone Complex. Yeah, I've heard it's a good one.
You've never seen Standalone Complex?
No, wait, I did, but it was a long time ago.
Well, I haven't either, so you're fine.
No, it was God, a decade ago.
I noticed like I don't watch as much anime, but I do. I also am not much of a gamer, but then I
what
do
else
play...
do you LARP?
Yeah, but I just remembered I was starting to play. I like the visual novel types mystery games, and there's one that came out called Rain Code. And this is fun. The characters are doing pretty. The voices are pretty good, and then it played like the opening like anime cut sequence, and it showed off all the voice actors, and I only recognized one of them because it was a friend of a friend. So I was like, I don't know any of these people. That's awesome that there's like just so many people I don't even know doing some good voice work on this game.
Who was the friend of a friend?
Yeah, I'm curious.
It was it was why am I blanking on it? Oh my god.
How embarrassing.
It was with Grant. It was Howard.
Oh, Howard, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Howard
Wang. Yes, it means penis, Ben.
Listen, I'm straight. I don't think about penises.
I'm so straight. I can't say Howard's last name.
No, I was thinking Howard Wang, but then I hesitated because it's like, am I thinking of someone else? Am I thinking of a different internet personality?
Justin Wang.
Kind of, yeah. So I just wasn't sure, but.
Oh my god, what happened?
We lost you for a second.
We lost you for a second, Ben, but go on.
Oh no, I just disappeared. Sorry.
Say it again.
No, that was just like the only name I recognized because it was pointed out to me, and I didn't recognize anyone else. like Raincode dub voice actors, and it was like I think there was a lot of just like Asian actors among them, so I was just like, wow, that's interesting. It's not just a whole bunch of white people. We do got Lucian Dodge. Okay, so
Yep.
I did recognize that, but the main like female god of death character is Anjali Kunapaneni.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
She was Kiriko in the Heavenly Delusion dub.
Oh, okay.
So you've heard her because I made you watch that dub.
Okay, no, I also did recognize Kaiji Tang. So I did I recognized a couple.
KG.
It's pronounced Keiji Tang.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We discussed this over ice cream.
I do not remember anything that happened.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised by it too because you think Kaiji like the show, like the manga.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I just assumed it was a Japanese
We
name.
gotta hang out again.
We should. We should get roosters.
Get ice cream.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I can meet Ben.
also,
Thank you, Ben. You're invited, by the way.
oh, finally, yeah. I asked like, hey, are you going out for ice cream with someone? And John was like, yeah, I'm taking your car, and you're not allowed to know where I'm going. So
I think I said I was going to meet my favorite YouTuber.
you probably did say that, yeah.
That's funny. No, this drawing turned out awesome.
Yeah, I like how it came out. I usually like the last person who came on for Kodasha, that Kodasha girl. I drew a picture of Kodasha and of the guy I don't remember.
The titular character, Kodachi.
Yeah, that's not even. Listen, there's a thing where you come on stream and half your brain is occupied with the fact that you're on stream and then you can't think as well. So just cut me some slack. But I basically just refused to color because I was like, you're not gonna like how it turns out when I color it. So just take it as it is, please and thank you. But this one, I don't know. I think it turned out fine. So
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, person in the chat who said 40 episodes of Astro Boy are subbed. I am also of the belief that only about 5 were subbed. It was a very small. This is like totally off topic from what we're talking about. There was a different conversation happening in the chat, but I need to jump in right now. And I need to say, I'm pretty sure they did not sub 40 episodes of Astro Boy.
Which is a shame.
It is. Especially, like, it's one of those things where people talk about how it's, like, so integral to anime history, and yet it gets really neglected. You know, something I've said many times on our streams is that even within the fan bases for retro anime, the 60s is not a popular decade.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those works are just not, just aren't fans clamoring for them.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense. It's like, I don't know. There always is like this weird, like with normies, like the idea that like something that's older is worse. And I used to have the opinion too. That's why I can say that, and it's because I was like that. But there really is a kind of significant like drop off in what we now, at least in our perception of what we perceive as quality today versus like the 60s. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, artists today back then were as good as ever, but our standards for what is good have changed, and I think the standards of what the industry required in order to make a good show have changed as well.
I also think that, like, while getting someone to watch old animation is a bit of a hurdle, it not being in color is a much bigger hurdle.
It is pretty bad too, yeah. It's a reason people don't read freaking manga. Can't believe them. It's like, oh, I'll read American comics that don't make any sense, but at least they're in color, but I won't read manga. Can you tell I've got a chip on my shoulder about that?
I can.
Okay, good. I was hoping to get that across.
That's funny that someone in the chat, they're saying someone edited the discotheque subtitles for Astro Boy, because I actually mentioned this on our last stream. The 80s Astro Boy, they released it with subtitles, and it's subbed from Japanese, but for Adam, they do replace Adam with Astro Boy. But apparently someone made an edit where it turns it back to Adam.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Udon is still Udon, but Adam is Astro Boy. Apparently, Tezuka Productions likes using that localized name internationally.
I mean, I guess it works. If it works for them, then you want to keep that consistent, I guess.
All right. Anyone else in the chat? Any questions about dubs, or Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, China,
Or anything.
Chinese.
We can play Chinese rap and get the stream taken down.
You'll just do that. Well, that's how we sign off every time.
Yes, we play Chinese rap.
Yeah, the Pluto anime, they call him Adam.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Astro Boy Corner has subtitles for 42 Astro Boy
Really?
episodes. Okay.
I'm gonna look that up because I didn't know about
Nifty. Thoughts on ZZ Gundam dub? Can't speak to it.
It's I really like how they changed when Judo tells Ruluka, "Don't die out there," and Ruluka replies, "Don't worry, I won't die. There's too much in my life I haven't done yet." And I really love their adaptation of changing it to Judo going, "Don't go dying on me," and then Ruluka replying, "Don't worry about me. Tonight's poker night, and it's my turn to make the chili." I thought that really spoke to her character, and I hesitate to use the word improved, but at the same time,
I think that might be one of my favorite things about those little dubisms, where they just like they add a line that's like kind of silly but not even funny, but they just just want to change it just to change it.
Has anyone identified the studios behind old Animax Hong Kong dubs? Yeah, generally. I mean,
it's like Omni and Odex, right? Aren't all of them those two?
Odex is Singapore.
Oh, okay.
So there's Omni, there's Red Angel, there's SDI Media. Those are the three I can think of off the top of my head. Is there any anime that hasn't gotten a dub that you think should?
You want to know what's funny? My answer for this, I had a go-to answer for this, and I was sure it would never happen, but for me, it was Future Boy Conan, and I was shocked that it got a dub in 2021 or 2022, around that time.
Right, it did.
So, I've watched a couple episodes. It's a solid dub. I've seen the show all the way through subtitled twice. The episodes I've seen dubbed seemed pretty solid. No complaints. If you are a dub watcher, I totally recommend it from what I saw. The guy that voiced Captain Dice liked one of my tweets, so that's a recommendation from me.
I thought you were going to bring up Bocchi the Rock.
That's interesting because Bocchi the Rock did very well, and they never dubbed it, and now it's getting a second season, and it's weird because it's so popular now that if they made a second season, they'd have to dub it, but they never dubbed that first season, and that just feels weird. And I know that this is like kind of like disparaging and also like, hey John, that's not how things work, but it's weird seeing some of the stuff that gets dubbed on Crunchyroll and being like, so this got a dubbed, but Bocchi didn't. And I understand that there's things like the production committee decides and the Japanese side, and it's all just beforehand. So it's not just like a mark of quality of, oh, we're dubbing this because we think it's going to be a massive hit. Obviously, there's other things involved, but it still strikes me as weird that they've never tried to dub Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told it's like if you're surprised a modern show hasn't gotten a dub, people are probably trying to get the rights to it.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, so But for me, Daily Life of High School Boys, I'm surprised never got a dub. That was a really funny show.
Oh yeah,
High School Boys.
Flying Phantom Ship also got a dub. I love that movie, and I love that dub. Patrick Seitz as the Phantom Captain, and like when there's a line he says where he says, "My soul is moored to my Phantom ship," and I'm like, I love it. He's excellent in that. I was thinking about making my friends watch it, even though it's a movie from the 60s and they'll probably call it gay, but I don't care.
I don't know if I...
Yes! Okay, that's my number one answer. Kinnikuman Perfect Origin Arc.
Oh, yeah, that's another one where...
I'm shocked that hasn't had a dub. It's so perfect for it.
You know what's funny is I was going to say... It didn't do well on Netflix, but I think that's sort of an Ouroboros effect of, well, it didn't do well because it didn't have a dub.
Yeah.
Because I brought this up to people that, like, Baki the Grappler had gotten released over here a couple times, and it didn't do particularly well. But it dropped on Netflix with a dub, and now it's huge. And so I felt like Kinnikuman could follow that path that Baki took, like if they did a dub. But they didn't do one.
Yeah, I bring that up in my video about it. I'm just like, one of the reasons it didn't really take up is there is no dub. I mean, you have to watch there's also a lot of previous material that we still do not have legal access to. And all that stuff. But the lack of a dub does hurt it.
Yeah.
For sure. And then, well... Doesn't the first episode sort of summarize the entirety of Kinnikuman up to that point?
Yeah, it goes through like a highlight reel of how they met, and it's like kind of boom, boom, boom. It's like it goes through it really fast, and you're just like, man, I really wish I could watch these episodes, almost as if there's an entire additional story behind them. But I guess it's just not happening. God. Yeah, a wrestling anime with a crazy and wacky cast of characters. And they're international, too. It's like, you could have actors that match the background of those characters. And I think it'd be a great way to, like, even enhance the experience in a certain way. I think that'd be really cool. Just because they went out of their way to make these characters come from different countries. And I think it'd be really cool if we matched that with an English dub.
Get an actual
and some
British
of the
guy.
4Kids cast could come back. Some of the 4Kids cast could come back as like other characters.
Speaking of 4Kids and dubs, I like that the 4Kids dub actor of Luffy is going to be cast as someone in the actual One Piece series.
Oh, she already did. The dub episodes are out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought the dub was still a bit behind.
No, the dub is up through Egghead. Just waiting on the Elbaf stuff. It's my assumption right now. I teared up listening to her as Joy Boy. It was, everyone, as soon as the Japanese actor for Joy Boy was announced, everyone was like, please get Erica Schroeder to voice him in the dub, and she does. She can still do the Luffy voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I teared up. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't watch the anime, but I do pop in for particular moments, so I think I should probably watch that episode.
Yes, Sunshine's voice actor was perfect because it was J. David Brimmer. Him coming back to voice Sunshine would be awesome.
Sunshine.
Sorry, I love J. David Brimmer so much. He voiced Odeon Ishtar in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Zod in Berserk.
Oh, okay. He's in Gundam Unicorn. You should watch Gundam Unicorn.
Oh, I should because he's in it. I love his voice. It's funny because I was watching Pokemon Diamond and Pearl with someone, and he was Crasher Wake, and I could tell it was him from the first roar he lets out. He let out a roar. I'm like, that's J. David Brimmer.
Yeah, that's something I've always noticed about voices is that when you get to the yelling range, that's where it's absolutely the hardest to like put on a voice. Most people only got one yell.
Yeah, it was just really funny. I picked it out within a fraction of a second. I'm like, I know who that is. He's Crasher Wake. Yeah. No, it's such a great voice. And I love just listening to him in interviews. He was interviewed on 4Kids Flashback. He has such a great voice in general. He was in Fully Coolly Progressive as Eye Patch. And I loved him in that too. As the old man who's asking if someone wants to be a pro. Oh
Nice.
man. Love his voice so much. But was there anything else?
I think we're getting pretty close to wrapping up. So,
yeah.
any last urgent messages? But
anyone in dire need of answering a question,
this is your last
Probably just
chance. You'll
ping
never
me.
get.
Yeah, I was gonna say just ping me on Twitter.
No,
I guess
we're all deleting our Twitter accounts right after this.
we're posting
Yeah.
Chinese rap everywhere.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. No urgent messages being typed out.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
It was
Thank
fun.
you for stopping by. It was fun.
We should get
Yeah, this was
nice.
fun.
we should get roosters sometime.
Hell yeah, man! Just hit me up.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right. Well, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for. Wait, what's the artist at? That's 1,000 stupid words. I'll post this on Twitter.
Ben, they meant me.
Yeah. So.
Oh, of course. The art.
Yeah, I put my ad in the chat.
video making.
The art of hosting a live stream.
Yeah.
To find these dubs. Keep talking about it. Keep circulating on social media. Keep sharing videos about it. Yeah, this was fun. It was good seeing you, Evil Homer.
Yeah. And keep subscribing to Hal Cozy at Hal Cozy on YouTube.
We're almost to 4,000.
Woo!
60 away.
3.94K.
Evil Homer, I have a Rakugo bit I might want to run by you.
Enjoy the rest of it's evening here. We're gonna wrap up our day. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thanks for the plug. And yeah, we'll get roosters sometime.
Nice.